Okay, everyone. Just welcoming you to our Tuesday night team call, and just so happy to have everyone aboard tonight. We had a great month. There are some of us scrambling at the end. I just am trying to get my 5 for 500. I was able to get some new customers by sending out those Axio samples and following up. And I just want to read to you guys this gal that I dropped off her samples in Sioux Falls, since I was in Sioux Falls, and I mailed out a bunch of them. But this gal, Jackie, just ordered today. And she said, I said, did you notice anything after trying the Axio samples? And she goes, I just tried the lemonade and I loved it. I'm going to work out. And then she sent me this text. So I just had a super hard cardio sweat class at my gym. I haven't worked out since last weekend, Wednesday, and I had so much energy and really was able to push it in my workout. I even ran a half mile at the end, and I hate running. So I was blown away that fast she responded. And I said, do you mind just posting that on social media and give us a shout out, since I wanted to see if you get any interest. Like, let's get some referrals, and you can use your customer link next month and get a credit, or give those people your customer link. And she's like, oh, good, thanks. So she was excited about that. And then I had another gal that is already a customer, said, hey, let me share your post. And she loves the Axio and the grape. And I had another gal order that had tried the samples this morning. She ended up ordering 3 Axios, loves the flavors, and she's trying the fat burn. So I don't know, you guys. I really think that just creating that post, that curiosity post, I had over 10 or 12 people message me and guess how many Axio sticks were on that picture. And that's was a week ago, a little over a week ago. And by the time I got the samples to them, that was the last 10 days of the month. They got the samples, they tried them, I followed up. I said on Monday, I'm putting in my end of month orders if you want to get in. And I kind of gave them a deal. They could get, a $10 rebate, or they could get a free prize or something like that. I sweetened the deal for the end of the month, which is fine. But it turned into almost, I'm putting in my last order for a new customer tonight. So hopefully I'll hit that 5 for 500. But so don't ever think you're out of time. You can throw these things out on social media, or send out a group text, or send out a bunch of messages on Messenger and say, hey, and especially you guys, we're down to about 2,000 or 3,000 bags of the entire company supply is almost running out of Axio lemonade. So that lemonade won't come back probably till next year. So if you really like lemonade, I would suggest you stock up on it. Better yet, try to get some orders in and say, hey, here's the deal. We have a limited supply of this one-time flavor. Do you mind if I add some Axio? And you could even just pay them for the extra bags if they don't want them, but you can get them at a better rate by getting them on a new customer order. You can do that. It's totally fine that way. Or, have somebody, your friends, your neighbors, your family, have them put in a new customer order under you, for the amount, and then you could buy back some of those from them if they don't want them all. Be creative. So, but there is a way to get those, or if whoever's directly enrolled, if they order under you, maybe make a deal with one of your distributors. Say, hey, if you order 5 bags, I'll buy back some from you, or because you maybe have already ordered as much as you want to order this month on one account, like if you have BC1, BC2, or whatever. So just be creative that way. And text me if you have any questions, or have need some ideas for the end of the month. But we have until midnight tonight. They are open late for us at customer service, you guys. So we're here to help you make your week or your month end goals. So I'm going to go ahead and share. This was our LifeVantage Academy. We had Shauna Michelle Poe, Pro 9s, in Sioux Falls last Saturday. a week ago Saturday, and they said that they did kind of an example of how we get paid in LifeVantage and broke down each of the different bonuses. And it was a visual. They shared how we get the matching bonus, and how we're when one new customer gets paid, how that goes down 9 levels. And it was just a great visual. So I thought it'd be good to, since we did record it, go ahead and watch that together. It'll be a great learning tool to have, plus a maybe easier way for you to understand it if you don't quite understand the compensation. But just another reminder, get registered for LVA in September 18th, and also get registered for Global. This is going to be an amazing event. You guys don't want to be left behind. And then remember, tomorrow is the Premier calls if you're a Premier, Pro 4 or higher. You also reminding you that we do have a local event. In those of you in Sioux Falls, we are having Amy Homewood, a Pro 10, Amy Homewood, Pro 9, Fred Graves, and someone from corporate is coming September 15th just to do an opportunity meeting and meet with some leaders, have a big blowout of corporate sponsored LifeVantage event. And we can invite to that, and it'll be a great kind of a warm-up pregame to our LVA on the 18th, a few days later, with Brandon Cunningham coming to Sioux Falls. So if you know anyone in Sioux Falls in our area, make sure they know about this big event coming up on the 15th. It's a Wednesday night, I believe, this month or this next month in September. So that will be $10 for distributors to get in the door, and guests are free for that September 15th event. You don't want to miss it. So start inviting now. Okay, let's listen to this great explanation of our compensation plan by none other than Pro 9 Sean Poe. He's the master.
If everybody can say with me, I love numbers. I love numbers. And numbers love me. Numbers love. All right, here we go.
I have to always remind her of that when she's like, well, you do the compensation. Like, no, numbers love you, you do them. But we used to always joke too in different trainings, like, I have my version of the compensation plan, and then you want to learn Michelle's real quick? Talk to more people, you'll make more money. That's her compensation plan.
It's true, it works.
Okay, so can I get like 2 people up here to help me out with this part? Because I really want to put names and faces to how we get paid. So 2 people, perfect, come on up. Okay, we got 2. Don't worry, there'll be more opportunity with all those hands that went up. You'll get your opportunity. Okay.
Can you guys hear okay in the back there?
You guys can hear me in the back, we're good? I don't need the mic. Okay, so we have 2 new packs, right? It's no longer silver, gold, and platinum. What are the names of the packs now? Premier pack and elite pack.
And elite.
So the elite pack, you guys, what's the PV that you get paid on the elite pack?
850 PV.
It's 840 PV, right? Or is it 850? 850. Okay, I heard 840 and then I heard 850, so I wanted to verify. Okay, so we're at 850 for the PV on that. So we're gonna say that Lee is the distributor, and Lee has 200 in PV. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Because the first part of our compensation plan, when you bring new people in, if you're between 100 and 199 in PV, you have reduced commissions. Is full commissions better than reduced commissions?
Full.
Okay, anytime I do business, if there's 2 tables behind me and one has more money, and I have to do the same thing, which table do I go to? I go to the one with more money every time. So set people up for success. So at 200 PV, you know that you're qualified for max commissions. So Lee brings in Erin, and she decides she's going to sign up for the elite pack. So she's going to help him earn commissions, and he gets 40% of that 850 in personal volume. What does that equate to? Okay, so now Lee's earned money, he's in business. That to me is the first step of actually owning a business, is doing an activity that you get paid on. Okay, so now that part I think is relatively easy for most people to understand. You get 40% of whatever the commissionable volume was, up to 1,000. If somebody goes over 1,000 in commissionable volume, then it goes into a different part of the compensation plan. But now I'm gonna need some other people to come up because I wanna go through a scenario where somebody has a $100 order and how that actually pays out. So I'll need a few more people to come up and we'll walk through two different parts of the bonus. So can I have like 10 more people? Just come on up. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 2 more, I think.
Love these volunteers, Frank, don't you?
Okay, nobody can show. Okay, so, and if, can I have you guys swing over next to Mitch? And you'll like going to the end. Okay, so we have Lee. Lee brought in Aaron. So when Lee brings in Aaron. Okay, so when Lee brings in Aaron, the second part of the compensation plan will kick in as well too. Anytime a distributor is brought in on one of the packs, the launch bonus then takes place. So we've got Lee bringing in Aaron on the elite pack. Then we've got Tom. Tom's a Pro 1. Troy is a Pro 2. And this is going to be and represent Lee's upline. So Tom had brought Lee in. Troy had brought Tom in. And then we've got a Pro 3 here. Pro 4. Got another Pro 4. Got another Pro 4. Mitch, Pro 5. Pro 6. Oh, that one's quick. Pro 6, and then I need 2 more people. Come on up.
Me too.
Pro 7, if you want to go right next to Kathy. Golden.
Oh, yes.
John, he's beating you, I think. He's got a longer path to come up. But he's gonna be happy he got this one. Because now we've got the Pro 10 in the house.
Yay!
All right. So on the launch bonus, you guys, this is what happened when Lee brings in Aaron. So you can't probably see it, but behind the screen, it says we're looking for the first Pro 3 or Pro 4 that is upline from Lee. So I'm going here, we've got Pro 1, Pro 2, now we hit the first Pro 3.
So Lee so this is his complete upline is what you're saying.
Correct.
This is a complete team. So this is starting from the top, right? Just making sure. So if anybody has questions.
Yeah, upline, downline, like who is bringing in who? He's bringing in.
So if you look at this, what we have here, Jeff would have brought her in, okay?
Oh, that makes
So
sense. From
we've got
10 all the
Lori,
way.
then just goes down in order.
So each of these, so he brought her and she brought her, each of them brought each of them. and then you
Okay,
brought
this
in
is one
Lee.
line.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear.
You're the brand.
I have
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So Lee brings Aaron in, and then we get to the first Pro 3 or Pro 4. She's gonna earn 5% of that 850 in volume. Pretty good deal, right? Okay, now the next part of the launch bonus is we're looking for the next Pro 5 or Pro 6 that's qualified to get paid. So it's gonna skip Jeremy, we're gonna skip you, we're gonna skip you, and now we've got the next 5 or 6 who is also gonna earn 5% of the commissionable volume, okay? And then we're looking for the next Pro 7, 8, or 9. So it's gonna skip Renee, unfortunately. We're gonna skip you. But now we're getting paid. Lori's gonna get a commissionable check as well too, which is 5% of the volume. And then it's looking for the first Pro 10 or executive Pro 10, presidential Pro 10, and they're gonna earn 2.5%. Now he's a Pro 10, and what isn't being paid out is the final portions level 5 and 6 there, which would pay out to an executive Pro 10 or a presidential Pro 10, okay? But I think this part of the compensation plan, a lot of times people don't realize that these checks are showing up or how they show up. It's just like, if you got it, you got it. But does that clarify a little bit on how that works when a new distributor comes into your business? Does anybody have questions on this?
And that's called
Do
the
you want me-
launch boat.
This is the launch bonus.
Yes, so this is called the lunch bonus.
Yep.
So I think it would be great for everybody to know, when you enroll a distributor, you get paid when. So she enrolls Lee, she gets paid,
Vice versa.
or
We enroll
whatever,
her.
yeah, enroll, and then they get paid how much the next week. Yeah, this March starts.
So you want me to go over it again? Is that what you're asking? Okay, so we're gonna run over it again real quick. So Lee shares the information. He brings her through ITT, which we'll go over here in a little bit. But when Lee shares with her and she made the decision to become a distributor, the Smart Start bonus kicks in for Lee. So Lee, because he's qualified with 200 in PV or higher, he gets paid 40% of the 850 of volume she brought in. So that's how Lee got paid. He was the direct enroller. But then, since she came in on one of the packs, it also initiates the launch bonus, which the launch bonus is looking for the first Pro 3, which in this situation was Addie, okay? And it pays her 5% of that 850. And then it's looking for the first 5 or 6. So then it found Mitch in the system and said, Mitch, are you qualified to get paid? He has 200 in PV, so he gets qualified. He's qualified as well. Then it's looking for the first elite 7, 8, or 9. Okay, so Lori got paid. And then it's looking for the first Pro 10. Okay, so that's how the launch bonus in the system is looking to see who gets paid. And again, I think that very, very few people in the company truly understand how some of these components on how we get paid works. But if you're in business, I think at least have a high level understanding of how we do it. You don't have to worry about keeping track of it because the computer will pay you. It knows what's going on, right? If you have issues, you just go to Frank. Say, Frank, what's up? Okay. Does that help a little bit? Okay. You don't have to know the ins and outs of this again. Know that there's tools out there that explain all of this. And if you don't know one of the tools, ask your upline or reach out to us and we will help you find where those tools are. Okay. So this, yeah, go ahead.
It's interesting.
Let's see, did that run out?
And I want to say,
Okay, well, that was basically his explanation. So let me see here. Does anyone have any questions on that? Did that make sense? Did I lose you guys?
I mean, it made sense on the launch bonus. And of course, having 200 PV is important when you enroll a new distributor because you want to maximize your commissions.
Right.
You know, it doesn't really matter because our compensation plan is so generous really once you get going, but I don't know, did anyone ask why they skip? Like, why did they look for the first Pro 3 or 4? And then why did they skip? And then, you know,
Yeah.
why is that?
That's how the launch bonus is. So anybody that's enrolling distributors downline, it's going to look for the first Pro 3 or Pro 4 and pay them. Then it's going to look for the Pro 5 or Pro 6 that's qualified and pay them, and Pro 7 to pay them. So it pays out 3 levels. That's exciting. And the fact that it shows that you're getting value from helping your team downline. You know, no matter if you're a Pro 7 and you're helping people, you know, like Anita, and, you know, some of you are like down, you know, what, 8, 7 levels from me. So it's to my advantage, not just because I want to help you too, but also that if you enroll somebody, it's going to pay me up as you bring in new people. Now that was just the launch bonus. He also explained how, you know, when there's a product sold, someone brings in a new customer, they sold $100 worth of Axio. And so if you're qualified at maximum commissions, you're getting that 200 in personal volume for the month. You're going to be paid 40% for bringing that person in. And then he explained how that pays down, you know, the different 9 levels as that volume is paid out on the Uno level as well. So yeah, that was just kind of a great video. I'll have to look at the other videos that I have because I don't know if the rest of them, whoops, I don't want that. Well, anyway, I'll have to see if we can get the rest of them because I tried to get the rest of the videos that we had that day. He did like 3 different examples of how to pay out. The matching bonus was one. So that was the one where you have to make sure that you're getting paid so if you're paid Pro 6 or below, you want to make sure that you have 100 in new commissionable volume in 1 month in order to make sure that you're getting paid your monthly, generational match. And so that is a big part of our monthly payout as well. So I guess the gist of it is number one, make sure your order went through of a minimum of $40 each month. Make sure you're qualified at personal volume. You know that that's 200 in personal volume. If you want to be paid Pro 3 or higher, right? Or Pro 4 or higher. And then just making sure that you have 100 in new customer volume each month. Those are some goals that you can just shoot for every month. Of course, we always say try for the 5 for 500. Try for the You Got This Club. That's 2 enrollments at 100 in PV. Those are just small little goals that you can reach for every single month. Okay. Just because you want to make sure that you're growing, that your organization is, still being paid. You might not be, racing up the ranks. That's okay. But sometimes just those little manageable goals that we set each month that we strive for. And to be honest, sometimes I don't get much done. I mean, my first customer, I didn't even get in until I think it was after I was 24th of this month. So it was the last week of the month. To be honest, we had a really crazy last couple months with Joel being hurt. And then we had some other stuff come up, and we all have life happen. But I also knew that, okay, my trip got canceled to go see my grandbabies this week, or we were supposed to fly out today, and that got canceled due to some unforeseen things, but we rescheduled it for another time. And I could have sat all day and been mad and been upset, which I wanted to be, but I kept thinking, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. I'm going to sell that lemonade next year. So, and hopefully make my 5 for 500, because I'm like, I'm going to do something positive to, change my outlook right here on how things are going sometimes. So just little things like that. You can just set your mind to it, make a decision, put an incentive out there, post a post that will maybe get some traction or send out some messages. I don't know, just do something to create some positive energy in your business, because you are the CEO. You are the only one that can change the trajectory of your organization and your business. And, I mean, to be honest, I get frustrated listening to all the news and all the social media and all that stuff going on with what's going on. I mean, I'm working PRN at the hospital, and they're going to force and mandate eventually probably everyone get vaccinated. And some of us are, willing, just not ready to do that yet. And that's okay. And some of us are, and that's okay. But, there's a lot of things out of our control, I guess is my point. And so I guess the only thing that we can control is what goes on up here, and our actions, what we do. If we're going to send a positive message, if we're going to send out an incentive, or, hey, it's the end of the month and I'm running for a goal. Can you just put in one little order and help me? And I'm going to try to order some Axio and get this flavors going away for the next, for we don't know how long, so I want to stock up my cupboard, so can you help me out? So do something like that at this end of the month. We still have till midnight. So text me, I'll be up late if you need help, but let's just really finish strong. And then I'm excited to hear tomorrow what the new announcements are. And it sounds like they have a new incentive trip being announced, and they're actually going to, I think early, or, in September, we're going to be able to start maybe even earning some points for that, but we will know more tomorrow. So we'll talk more about that on our first Tuesday, September call in September 7th, and give you details on that. Otherwise, anyone have a question before we close out? I think Jason McKinsey, or however you say his name, he's going to be doing the flip the switch call tonight, and it's 8:03. So anyone else having a question or a shout out or anything good that they want to share before we jump off for another week?
No, that was really good, Marilyn. Thank you.
Okay, guys, have a good week. Love you.
Love you
Thank you,
too.
Marilyn. That
Yeah.
was good. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Yes, take
Take care.